All right, thanks for joining in today on Dusty DIY. Today we're doing an oil change on this 2018 Honda Pioneer. We've got some brand new 1030 synthetic Honda oil. Need about approximately 8 quarts to change the sub-trans and the oil. We're gonna change both of those today. You have a filter for the oil filter and a filter for the sub-trans. There's your part numbers. Right there. And when you order your kit or whatever you order, make sure you get the new crush rings and the O-rings. Thanks for watching. Join along as we change the oil on this machine. All right, first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to, in the center right here, you pull the seat up. Take the seat out. We're going to move it out of the way. All right, there's a couple of clips here. Once you pull the seat out that you can pull out, they come right out with a clip tool. Right here to get underneath the insulation beneath the seat. I believe that's how you get to the sub-trans dipstick. All right. All right, next we're gonna go ahead and start the machine. Let it idle for 5 minutes. We're gonna change the regular oil and the sub-trans oil. So we're going to loosen the dipstick of the sub-trans, which is located under the seat. Pulled these out right here. If we look down in here, this is the sub-trans dipstick right here. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and just loosen that and sit it back in right there. It's right there. And now we're gonna drain the oil. All right, there are 3 different hole locations right here. There is one right here, which is the sub-trans on the side. This is an oil drain and another oil drain. The 2 oil drains are to the back of the machine. The sub-trans is to the front. We're gonna drain the 2 main oil first right here. All right, the 2 back drains are 12 millimeter for the engine oil. Gonna go ahead and pull those plugs. There's the front one in the middle, and then the rear one. Just back a little bit more. All right, next we're gonna change the DCT filter, the smaller one. And then next we're gonna change the oil filter. Right here on the driver's side rear wheel, you're gonna notice the 2 covers right here. This one's a little bit dirty. We're gonna pull those off. Okay, you want to be careful not to lose the spring right here. There's a little spring that goes in there. Okay, be careful not to lose that little spring. Okay, now there's an O-ring on both of these you want to replace, and the kit came with new O-rings. We could go ahead and put those on and clean them up. All right, we're gonna put a little oil on the O-rings so they slide on there good. All right, next we're gonna put the filters in. It says this side out. Okay, you wanna be careful not to lose that spring. Notice the engine's pointing up. Same thing on the DCT filter. Says this side out. Don't forget your spring. And then your cover logo will be up like that. Okay, the spec on those is 9 foot-pounds. Go ahead and tighten those bolts on the oil filter covers to 9 foot-pounds. All right, next on the 2 oil drain bolts, we're gonna put on the new crush washers and torque them to 22 foot-pounds. Okay, next we're gonna pull off this cover right here. You push these clips in and then lift them up out. And the other side. And right here is where you put the oil in. All right, when you change the oil filter in the DCT filter, spec calls for 6.1 quarts of oil. All right, now we're gonna idle the machine for a second and check the fluid. Now we check the dipstick lever over here on this flap to this behind the driver's seat. All right, she's registering on the dipstick full. We're good to put the cover back on. All right, after draining the front sump of the 17 millimeter, we're gonna put a new crush washer on the bolt and put the bolt back in after draining. And that is torqued to 22 foot-pounds. Good. All right, the sub-transmission filter is just right here under the seat. Right here, looks like this. And after draining the sub-trans, it calls for 1.27 quarts. Of the same oil. Now we're going to check the sub-tranny dipstick, make sure it's full. All right, it's reading up to the upper hash mark, so we're good on there. I'll probably run the machine for 5 more minutes and double check the oil and the sub-trans fluid. All right, thanks for joining in today on Dusty DIY and changing the oil and the sub-tranny fluid in this 1000 Honda Pioneer. Hopefully this video was helpful, and thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, more videos to come.